so much for watching my first ever YouTube video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to screen print using a temporary screen with permanent vinyl. So if you have a CRICUT machine or another cutting machine at home, you can totally make your own screens for screen printing, and it's probably a little bit easier than you think. So some supplies that you'll need is, first off, your permanent vinyl. My favorite is the Oracal 651. You'll need some transfer tape. My favorite, of course, is from Pigskins and Pigtails. And you'll need a screen printing frame. You'll also need a squeegee, your screen printing ink. I used a plastisol ink from Effin Ink. You'll need painter's tape, and then, of course, your cutting machine. So take a look at today's video. Please subscribe, comment, let me know what you want to see in my next video as I continue this YouTube journey. But I have a couple of shirts to make, so I wanted to show you my process from kind of start to finish of how I screen print tees using vinyl, so temporary screens. So let's get started. Okay, so I did jump ahead just a little bit. But I cut the logo on my CRICUT using Oracal 651 vinyl, and then I'm using transfer tape from Pigskins and Pigtails. She makes the best transfer tape. Okay, so now I have my blank screen. I know it looks a little dirty, but it'll get the job done. And I'm gonna just transfer the vinyl onto the screen for our temporary screen. What I like to do is get it set and centered so that when I press it, I have a good idea of where it's going to land on the press. So I'll kind of put it down and just get it like roughly placed. And then with your little squeegee, just want to transfer that over to the screen. And what I like to do sometimes, especially when there's like little pieces of the vinyl, is use your squeegee and just push down against the transfer tape. That way there's no pulling of the vinyl as you go. So I'm just gonna keep working that off. All right, so now we have it transferred. We're going to take this bad boy up so that we have nice clean edges where we don't want the ink to go. All right, so we have our screen all prepped and ready. Okay. So for this order, I am using black ink on a white t-shirt, which always gives me a little bit of jitters. I've been using this Loctite spray adhesive General Performance. I like it. It's not my favorite, but it gives a decent tack. So I'm just going to spray down so that the shirt. And I always kind of wiggle around to make sure I get the best placement. Okay, so in terms of inks, I use a plastisol ink. It's the Effin Ink from Rionet Financial. All right, and we are ready to get screening. So I do have my heat press over here set to 260. Once I screen the shirt, I will just give it a flash dry. I have a heat gun that I just do a quick dry for, and then I will get it on the heat press and cure it at 260 for 20 seconds with a Teflon sheet. I'll show you guys. For my squeegee, I use this one. I don't remember where I got it. I can try to find it and link it below, but I like a nice flat one. I have a much bigger squeegee. I don't like the grip of that. I feel like my hand has to work a lot more. And I always like to do a nice firm push down. So I typically screen with one arm holding my screen down. There are some fine lines in here, so I like to take a couple passes. It's probably overkill, but I want to make sure that, especially because it's black on white, that it's giving a nice clean press and that the ink coverage is nice and even. So now we will just quickly flash dry this with the heat gun and then get it on the power press. Okay, so I very carefully peeled that off of the press and then put it around the heat press. Because it is a thin material, I wanted to make sure that the ink wouldn't bleed to the backside. Rookie mistake, I have done that before. Now I'm just going to use my Teflon sheet and, like I said, press it for 20 seconds so that it is fully cured and ready to go. All right, guys, in just 20 seconds, you have your finished product. This is ready to go. I could stick it right in the mailer and get it out to my customer. So that was just the quick and easy way to use your vinyl to do temp screens for screen printing. Thank you guys so much if you made it this far in the video. I really appreciate it. Please leave me a comment, like this video. Tell me what else you guys want to see. This is my first YouTube debut and it's probably horrible, but I appreciate any kind words below. Subscribe. Hopefully it just gets better from here.